In August 2021, I rated these gloves from Rockkick 3 fit to box stars, excellent, 95.5. Can their new model improve on that score? Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. I'm Coach Simon, and here on Fit to Box channel I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today is the turn of a new pair of gloves from Rockkick that are handmade in France by a French master craftsman, Patrice, who is a truly humble, quiet craftsman who goes about his business in making his own gloves in his native country. These, you can see, they come in the bag there with Rockkick in the gold, and also on the bottom there you've got the French flag colours on there. And let's get out these gloves, and these are beautiful in the maroon and the dark green and also the gold. So these are made from, I'll just put that bag to one side, these are made from leather from Spanish tannery, and as you can see as I bring them round, they have gone now for their own signature thumb. Okay, so there's many split thumbs and triple thumbs out there, but Rockkick have actually done one that is uniquely Rockkick. If you remember back to their previous gloves, they used to have Rockkick on there, that signature, and I really did like that touch. But I do also like the fact that they've gone different with their thumbs now, with that Rockkick thumb. As I bring it round, you've got the gold Rockkick logo on the back of the gloves, and then all the way around again, and you can see there just a beautiful made glove, really lovely stitching. I do love the fact that Patrice makes his own gloves in France. I encourage lots and lots of countries to start making their own gloves in their own countries, as opposed to just sort of putting their logo on gloves from, say, Pakistan or China. And that is exactly what Patrice has done. Patrice is the only French maker of boxing gloves, and I think that is to be applauded and to be encouraged. And I love the fact that he keeps improving his products. Every time I get a new pair of gloves, they are a step on from the pair of gloves before. Now these are 16 ounce lace, and these are €390 or 344 UK pounds. Obviously shipping and customs would be on top of that. You get these from rockkickfight.com. So just a little close up there. Now you can have these gloves custom made in a fantastic range of colours and also threads. So let's have a closer look at these gloves. Okay, so these are made of beautiful leather. These in this colourway with sort of the burgundy, the gold and the green. Very Portuguese colours, I have to say. As you can see, you've got the logo there, which is slightly raised on the back of the glove. As I come down, you can see you've got that lip, which is great for where the laces sort of catch onto and don't start to travel down there. You've got the flat part at the rear of the wrist there and that gold piping. As I bring it round, you've got that thumb there, the Rockkick thumb in the 3 pieces, 2 burgundy and the gold. And then as I come round to the front, that dark green, beautifully made with that stitching, how they've been constructed. And then let's have a look at the knuckle area. So there you've got a flat square punch surface, a medium to soft padding. In there is open cell foams for padding and closed cell padding for cushioning and protection. And as you can see, it's a soft glove there, so that is very forgiving on your sparring partner. On the thumb, Rockkick's unique 3-section thumb, which I really like, that gold thumb attachment as well there. And then on the thumb there is no air holes, so I think it could benefit from having some air holes on there. If we just compare it to the old thumb where they just used to have the Rockkick signature, I did like that actually. I do think that the three sections of the thumb is an improvement, but I did like that signature that was on there. So they have sort of made way for this by getting rid of that signature. And then as I bring it round, you've got really firm outer padding on the outside of the wrist. You can see it's thick, and then on the inside it is soft. And then as I bring that round, you've got front small soft rectangular foam either side of the laces, and then at the back there, I've pointed out, you've got that lace lip where the laces don't travel down the glove when they're tied. And then again, previously on the previous ones, I used to do that sort of embossing there with Rockkick and a little bit on there as well. Again, I did really like that, but that's not on the new version. So it's more of a plain design there and there. And you've got that dark green leather face, you've got the gold beading, you've also got a soft grip bar, which is not as functional as lots of grip bars that I'm seeing on some gloves at the moment. And again, no air holes at all in that glove. Again, for ventilation purposes, perhaps a few air holes on this glove would improve them further. Stitching, very neat stitching, really well made. On this particular glove you can see stitching there, it's tight to the beading, and then all the way around in that thumb is lovely how it's been crafted, and all sort of really nice and tidy in this area here as well as the rear of the glove. And then let's come on to the lining, and in the lining obviously you've got that French flag there to show exactly where these are made. You can see the thickness of the padding at the rear there. I think that could be thinned out a little actually. And then you've got this soft spongy lining which is antibacterial. The French flag, as I've said, proudly stitched to the inside. I think if that was a little bit more satiny, that would add to the comfort of these gloves. So 16-ounce gloves, there's no 16-ounce indicator on the outside of the glove, which obviously I do like to see. The only 16-ounce is there on a little label on the inside. And then let's just weigh the first one. Just put the laces on there. 16-ounce lace, and they come out at 16.1. That's perfect. And then this one here, again, that's 15.9, so slightly under the 16-ounce that's on the label. Okay, so let's move on to the comfort. So slide my hand in. Okay, so straight away you've got a really nice flat finger pad area, and you've got no discomfort at the rear of those cuticles, the fingernails, or that first knuckle. You can also open the hand up fine, no problem, and you'll also notice from my previous video of the blue ones where it had almost like a crease there in the padding. Let me show you that again. I fed back to Patrice, and Patrice actually put this right very, very quickly. I was sort of wanted that to be changed. I felt it was a bit of a weakness in the padding, and Patrice put it right straight away. And so now you can see on these new pair of gloves that in effect. So there's no longer that sort of crease. You can open up no problem at all. The thumb is lovely and comfortable. It's not tight at the front, and also it is tucked in there. You can see that it's a big, large punch surface. It's a square type glove, and obviously you've got that big wrist at the rear as well, a big square wrist also. But you can open up no problem. You can also get a great fist position there. You really are in that position there, which is what you want. Let's put on the other to make sure that the same level of comfort it is in both gloves. Again, no problems on the finger pad or behind the fingernails. Open the hand, no problem at all. Thumbs lovely and tucked in, and a really secure and stiff rear to the back of the gloves for that wrist area. Now, as I sort of show you, we come on there, and as I show you around, now because of the lining, these do feel quite spongy around your hands. I actually think that if there was more of a satin lining in there, I think it would add to the comfort as well. I also think that I still think this could be tapered in a little bit. I mean, when you've got the laces around it, it does bring it in anyway, but that sort of thickness of the wrist there and the padding there and there just mean that when you look at it like that, it is quite a wide glove from top to bottom. Now, when it comes to sparring, you've got soft padding there, great hand protection, great protection for you, but also your sparring partner. As I've already touched on, you've got that wide punch surface. Okay, so there is gloves out there where you perhaps be able to get, when you're sparring, get into the gaps easier than with these gloves. But they are great sparring gloves, and as I've touched on before, you can open the hands fine. Then let's come on to the bag. So bag, they're a really good fist position. I think that a firmer grip bar there would actually add to that fist position as well. I have had some gloves recently where they've got a firmer grip bar. You can feel it inside the gloves more than these. Again, just a little improvement that I think would go quite a long way with these gloves. So when I'm looking at the shape of these, they're very much like a Mexican square punch surface, but with the softness and protection of, say, like a winning glove. Okay, so they're a real sort of mix of styles when it comes, and they are uniquely Rockkick in how they feel. You've also got that quite stiff padding at the rear, quite thick padding at the rear, and that's quite thick in comparison to many gloves that are out there. So these gloves are going to be into the Fit to Box heavyweight lace price division for gloves between 201 English pounds to 400 English pounds, or $251 US to $500 US. And so let me just get this on the screen. There's the card, as you can see, made in France, and also the company is based in France as well. Style 97. I really like the fact that they've come up with their own thumb. I think that has added to the style of these. Comfort 96, very comfortable around the hands. Durability 96. I really do think that Patrice is really doing well when it comes to making these, and I've also over the years seen improvements in everything that he's doing. So the durability, as well as that leather and the stitching that he's doing, I think 96 is a really good score in that area. Sparring 96, bag 96, value for money 95 at 390 euros, or 344 UK pounds, obviously plus shipping and customs wherever you are in the world. But these come out at 96.0, 4 stars, outstanding. So once again, Patrice returns to the channel with an improved glove. 4 Fit to Box stars. These are still a relatively new brand. They haven't been going years and years and years. Only sort of in the last few years that they've actually started. And so the progress that they have made in that time has been brilliant. Rockkick are consistently getting better and better. Last time was 3 Fit to Box stars. Excellent. These are now 4 Fit to Box stars. Outstanding. These are the French champion. I know that they're the only gloves that are made in France, but to be fair, if there's any other companies that started to make gloves in France, they would have to go a hell of a way to meet what Patrice is doing with these gloves. So if you like a softer, well padded gloves for your sparring, and you like that flat punch surface for your bag work and also for your sparring, then I think that you'll find that these gloves may be something for you, because at the end of the day they're very different from any other gloves out there, but that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. I love the fact that what Rockkick is bringing to the table, and a 96.0 4 Fit to Box stars proves that. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.